Many of you will know the expression, the cobbler's children have no shoes. It's a way of saying that a professional applies his skills to his clients and customers, but then neglects to use those skills for his own business or his own family, So the cobbler spends all his time repairing everyone else's shoes, but has neglected his own shoes and those of his children. So when he goes outside and when his kids are outside, rather than being an exemplar for his business, they become a bad advert, a reason why people don't go and use his business. I work with a lot of founders of businesses, and we spend a lot of time talking about marketing. It's a very hot topic. And if a client of mine didn't have a web presence and wasn't using social media marketing, I would want them to be clear that that was a deliberate strategy, rather than there being any reason that was holding them back from doing it. And if there were a reason, I'd help them to kind of identify that, challenge it, and get through it, so that they could start using those other marketing channels. So today I asked myself pretty much exactly that question. And I guess one answer for why I don't have a website at the moment and don't use social media is that I've been very focused on building my business through recommendations and through networking. The advantage of that being that it's kept me focused on the kind of service I'm delivering. But if I'm honest, it goes beyond that, because undoubtedly a lot of people who might want to work with a coach like the credibility that comes with a coach having their own website. So it's a kind of hygiene issue. It's strange because one of my strengths is knowing what I want and then understanding how to get it and not letting anything get in the way and not procrastinating. So as I said, I've just finished a kind of breakthrough call with my own coach, and although I'm recording this before I've got anywhere to post it, I now know that's going to change very soon. The fact you're watching this is proof that once we understand the reasons behind inaction, we can overcome them. In this particular case, I realise I've been delaying until some imaginary future when I can write the most perfect description of what I do, profile myself, get my message across perfectly, and also an accompanying fear of selling myself short. It's an excellent example of making the best the enemy of the good. And then the fact that as a coach I have to sell myself means that I face an additional challenge, a very British aversion to self-promotion, and a fear that as soon as I stick my head above the parapet I'm going to be shot down. Both of those are unconscious fears, and as soon as I articulated them today, I was able to examine whether there was any real evidence supporting them, and then challenge them and come up with a different belief that means that now I'm pretty sure I'm actually going to get this website done in kind of record time. So then I also asked myself, what is the best and the worst that could happen if I promote my coaching, and what might happen if I don't? I reminded myself that other professionals manage to promote themselves without seeming pompous, and that I can always make changes based on the feedback I get. So please give me some feedback. One final thought: can you think of something that you've wanted to do for a long time, or a project that you've started, but you've never got round to doing, or you haven't got round to finishing? And then ask yourself, what's the best and the worst that will happen if I do it and if I don't do it, and try and understand if there's some kind of belief or idea that's holding you back, a fear. Once you've identified that, challenge it, understand if there's evidence for it, if it's true, and try and change your thinking behind it. If it's something you want to talk about, please get in contact.